Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. I am your show host and team leader Muhammad, otherwise known as It's Yagu. We are your one-stop news shop for the latest and greatest across gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and music. Plus we're also amplifying voices from those respective fields and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. The support keeps the lights running and keeps the content rolling. You can support us over anchor.fm /the impact play /support, where tier 2 supporters and above have access to exclusive content, including the post show, getting the show ad free, and more. Or you could even support us when you use our Epic credit code, the Impact Play. We are Epic partners, so with every previous you make within the Epic store when you use that credit code, you'll get a commission and a slight kickback of support the show from the elevators at no extra cost to you. Once again, that credit code is the Impact Play. Use it when you buy anything in Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, or just anything within the Epic store. Helps us support us in a brand new way. This is the Impact Play's Reviewcast, episode 207, where we will be reviewing the bonus two-part episode, episode 11 of The Sandman. So stay tuned and enjoy. But before we get to that, we are doing a charity run for Extra Life in support of our local children's hospital here in Atlanta, Children's Hospital of Atlanta. So you could help amplify your support that you give to us and amplify that support and give it to kids that need it the most. And you can support them as little as $1 and it will definitely go a long way. But nonetheless, let's get into the review cast. But before we do, this will be a timed exclusive where our tier 2 supporters and above have first dibs and a timed exclusive for our tier 2 supporters and above. So if you guys are interested in supporting us, this way you get access to this review cast and more. You guys join us by joining our Discord where all the information is there for you. But nonetheless, we're gonna get into this review cast. But there's a spoiler warning where there will be a good amount of spoiler content. So please keep that in mind before you come in and chime into this review cast. But nonetheless, there was give me a second. Let me open up Netflix on my phone. This way I know what I'm talking about. Where's the Sandman? Okay, alright. Some info. So the Sandman already launched a while back where I had 10 episodes. But then there was an 11th episode, or a two-part episode, which launched, I believe this is 17th. Let me look into this. Yeah, no, the 19th of August. That's when this episode dropped. But nonetheless, the first episode is not really a one part. It's like a little short, where it's like maybe like 5-7 minutes tops. That was weird. And the weird thing about it is it was an animation short, where it showed, of course, the Dream of a Thousand Cats, where it was a cat that, where her, well, it's gonna have a lot of spoiler content. Was, I guess, no. I'll try to keep it as minimal as I can though. Was trying to find the answer to why this world is so cruel. Was exploring the dreaming world, and found Morpheus, which was portrayed as a large cat that pretty much stated that 1,000 years ago, the cats were the minion of the world. They were playing with humans and what have you, and then, like, you know how cats are smaller than us, so it was like the opposite, where we're the size of cats and cats were the size of us, essentially, if not bigger. And it essentially said that, or Morpheus said that, a bunch of about 1,000 humans had a dream where they were the dominant species, and that ended up changing. And then, so this cat was going everywhere from town to town, talking to the cats, doing like if we get 1,000 cats, we could help change this world to how it was before. That's essentially what it comes down to. But as soon as I got into this, I'm like, what in the world is this animated out of nowhere? And then as soon as the short finished, that's where the supposedly second part, or should I say the main part of the 2-part episode, which was focusing on. Let me get into this. Where are you? Ca- Calliope, where she is a figure from Greek mythology, where she pretty much inspires. Uh, let me look. I literally had her open. I don't know why I closed it. Calliope Sandman. Here we go. It is the youngest of 9 muses of Greek mythology. She is the mother of Orpheus by dream. Let's see. And then let me just look up her. Is the muse who presides over eloquent and epic poetry, so called from the harmony of her voice. And so essentially, she's like a muse where she inspires others to write, create art, or what have you. And she's a daughter of Zeus. And the Titan goddess Menosne. Yep. And in this episode, she is the ex-wife of Morpheus, and what we learned later throughout that episode is that they had a kid together and they ended up losing it. So I'm pretty sure the loss of their child what pretty much drove them apart, and what led her being captured by a writer for centuries. And then she was later transferred to another writer. So she felt like she couldn't ask for his assistance to help set her free because she's a goddess, and then she was by law uh, tied to those writers. So in order to help set her freedom in motion, her captor would have to say the words "I set you free" or "give you your freedom," what have you. So that the second writer that she was transferred to didn't want to do that, and then so she ended up seeking the help of her former husband and lover and what have you for her for his help in helping up and helping set her freedom in motion. So of course, you know he's the king of dreams. So what did he do? He ended up he ended up keeping her uh, Calliope captive to help inspire him to keep writing. Oh, so it's inspiration you want. It's inspiration you will have. He ended up, as he was dreaming or asleep, he ended up filling his mind with ideas where he was in a state of not just shock, like his mind was constantly running where he could no longer feel pain, essentially, what it come down to. It's like, oh, I can't take this anymore, set her free, what have you. And she was free. So as soon as she was free, she told Morpheus to let him free. It's this way it'll help uh, it'll help her make her a better person essentially. And later she wanted she didn't want to just be free and what have you. She wanted to work this won't happen again to anyone else. So she wanted to prevent this from happening again to anyone, her or anyone else, essentially. So I did enjoy that part, and it opened up the door to like to a whole new story, essentially what it come down to, which is nice, which is neat. As a rating, let me see. For the Dream of a Thousand Cats, for that short, I didn't expect it to be the way it did, but the story was pretty much neat and what have you. I'm gonna give it a 3.25 out of a 5-star rating. As per the second part, Calliope's episode, essentially. This one I'm gonna give it a 4-star rating out of a 5-star rating. It's like I said, it opened it up in a brand new way. Actually, I feel like 4.4 and a half is asking too much. So I'm gonna leave it as a solid 4, as a solid 4-star rating. But nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed this review cast. As I said previously, this review cast will be a tier 2 supporter timed exclusive. If you guys are interested in viewing this first, be sure to join Discord, and all the information is all there for you. Now you could be a supporter and able to view this content and much more. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please keep in mind that this review cast is just to help guide you into watching this content, or if not, you can just disregard my opinion and just have your own opinions. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, their own words. Just me giving you my takes and my review of the bonus episode of the Sandman, episode 11. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to check out our regular recording of the Impact Play, where we do a live recording on twitch.tv/TheImpactPlay, and we upload it later on to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheImpactPlay. You could check out all our content on there as well. But thank you guys so much. Be sure to leave us a rating or even a review on your favorite podcast once this is up. Thank you guys so much. Have a great one, and until next time, folks.